Say, man, I got a quick question for you, man. Shalom, shalom, Israel. It's your brother Ananias again. Welcome, welcome. This is A.O.I, the Awakening of Israel. And today we're going to be asking a quick question. Does God know your heart? Because in Israel, when you're dealing and talking to our people, the brothers and sisters, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Israelites of the Bible, you always get an answer like, God knows my heart. I got a relationship with God. So the question is, does God really know your heart? Think about that. A lot of our people, they'll say, I got a relationship with the Lord. He know my heart, and start beating on their chest. Obviously, when you make a statement like that, you have not read the Bible. How is that? We're going to show you. Let's get into it. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 5, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha for those who don't know. And it reads, justify not thyself before the Lord, and boast not of thy wisdom before the king. So what is the Lord saying right here? Don't justify yourself saying you know him or you know he know your heart, because you have no understanding. Therefore, don't boast as if you have some understanding, declaring anything before the Lord. Let me read it again. Sirach chapter 7, verse 5. Justify not thyself before the Lord, and boast not of thy wisdom before the king. The Lord is the King of kings, the creator of all things. So don't try to justify your small wisdom. I've been in this truth for a couple of years now, but my wisdom is still small compared to the Lord. Ain't no wisdom compared to the Lord. Think about that. Don't justify or say that you got this or got that, or that the Lord knows this and knows that, when you don't even know what you're talking about, especially when it comes down to the heart. Because you should ask yourself, why are you beating on your chest saying, the Lord know my heart? What is your heart in the Bible? What does the Bible say about your heart? These are the questions we need to ask. Think about that. Let's go to Mark chapter 7 and verse 20. The book of Mark chapter 7 and verse 20. And it reads, and he said, that which cometh out of man, that defileth the man. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, and evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these things come from within and defile the man. So what are we getting out of this right here? That from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts. So when you're beating on your chest, is the heart in your chest actually thinking for you? How can it? It says, proceed evil thoughts. We all know that the heart inside your chest only does one thing, and that's pump blood. So why are you beating on your chest saying, the Lord know my heart? You obviously don't know what you're talking about. That's why the Lord said, don't justify what you're talking about. He said, form within thoughts. What do you think? Where do thoughts come from? Your mind. So what are we learning from this? That your heart in the Bible is your mind. I'm going to read it again for you. This is the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders. Why they say that? Because none of these things can happen without thoughts. You can't commit adultery without thinking about it. You can't think about fornicating, sleeping with their brother or their sister without thinking about it first. Murdering. You can't do it without thinking about it first. Everything comes from a thought. That's why Christ said, if a man look on a woman with the intentions of trying to sleep with her, he has committed adultery, because it starts with a thought. That's what Christ did. He magnified the law. But let's keep going. Let's go to Jeremiah 17 and 9. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. And it reads, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Once again, how can the heart in your chest be deceitful if it only pumps blood? That's another reference in the Bible, in the Old Testament, making reference and giving you knowledge as to what the heart is and what is considered to be the heart in the Bible. Throughout the Bible, it's your mind. You need to understand that, Israel. Stop thinking on a worldly level. Stop going with word of mouth, what you've heard all your life. Do a little bit of research. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to help you just a little bit. From there, let's go to 1 Samuel 16:7. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. Just got a quick question. We're going to give a quick answer and be done with it. This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. And it reads, "But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as a man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart." Excuse me. So men, women, and children, we tend to look at man on the outside appearance. But the Lord is looking on what? Looking on the heart, looking at your thoughts. Think about that. He's looking on the inward parts. You don't believe it? Let's get another reference. Let's go to 1 Kings 8:39. 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 39. And it reads, "Then hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and forgive and do, and give to every man according to his ways, whose heart thou knowest. But thou, even thou only, knowest the hearts of all the children of men." So you watch your movies, your TV shows, where they try to say or make the movie about the men being able to read the thoughts of women, or vice versa. What did it say right there? Thou, even thou only, knowest the hearts of all the children of men. The Lord know your heart, all right? He know your thoughts. So understand that when you speak those bold statements, stop beating on your chest and realize you're talking about your thoughts, your wicked thoughts, your deceitful thoughts. Understand that. From there, let's go to Luke 16:15. Back to the New Testament. For those who say stay out of the old, what you need to realize is that they go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 15. And it reads, "And he said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but God knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed amongst men is an abomination in the sight of God." See, a lot of our brothers and sisters like to justify what they do. You try to warn them, give them warning from the Most High, try to tell them when they're going off. Hey, brother, sister, you don't need to be eating that swine, them shellfish. That's an abomination to the Lord and to you. Man, I'm good. Lord know my heart. Let's read what Luke just said. "Ye are they which justify yourselves before men." You trying to justify your actions. The Lord said, don't eat it. You trying to justify it. All you got to do is pray over it. The Lord said it was unclean, brother. The Lord said you can't eat it, sister. But I've been eating it all my life. I'm good. "Ye are they which justify yourselves before men." Foolish, simple. "But God knoweth your hearts." He knowing your mind, knowing you wicked. Because that's what you're saying when you're doing that. You're saying, I don't want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. I'm going to do what I've been doing, what I want to do. "For that which is highly esteemed amongst men," you see all the brothers and sisters eating the bacon and the sausage in the morning, the bacon, egg, and cheese. You got to get the sausage with your pancakes. You got to get the pork chop sandwich. You think it's cool, you at the barbecue celebrating the pagan-ass holiday. You got to get the baby back ribs. You licking your finger. Come on, man. That's an abomination. You doing it because the rest of the brothers and sisters at the party or the gathering eating swine. The Lord said you doing that to please man. But that's an abomination in the sight of the Lord. You disgusting. You repulsive. You sickening to the Lord when you do those things. When you break his commandment, you are an abomination. And the Lord hateth abomination. He gonna kill, destroy abomination. Realize that. So stop trying to justify your wickedness, Let's go to Proverbs 16:2. Proverbs 16:2. And I wouldn't be putting this together, or I wouldn't even be online teaching if it wasn't important. Because when have you ever seen me online besides trying to wake my brothers and sisters up and give them what they need? Teach them something that's beneficial to them, to our people. I ain't trying to take nothing from you. I'm trying to give you what you need. That's always been my motto if you ever known me. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear, But let's go to Proverbs 16:2. And it reads, all the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weigheth the spirits. Is that not what you do when you continue to wear them pants? When you continue to not keep the Sabbath? You find and you justifying your reasoning behind it for breaking the Sabbath, for celebrating these man-made holidays. You coming up with reason to justify your wrongdoings. And then when you have problems afterwards, you're pondering, you're beating yourself up. Why my leg hurting? Because you're eating swine, sister. Why my headache why I keep getting these headaches? Because you're eating the wrong food, sister. Understand what the Lord just said. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes. Clean in your eyes, saying all I got to do is dip the pig or the swine in some vinegar, it'll be clean. Or smoke it, it'll be clean. How simple is that? The Lord tell you in Job 14:4, can nothing clean come from something unclean? But what it say? All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord said that swine is unclean to you. These are just simple things that we speaking on tonight. It goes way deeper than this. But when you say the Lord know my heart, understand what you're saying. The Lord know you got wicked thoughts. He weighing your spirit, seeing what you do, what you thinking about. Think about that. Let's go to Romans chapter 12, verse 1. Romans chapter 12, verse 1, and it reads, I beseech thee, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present yourselves, your bodies, a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service, keeping these commandments, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Keep these commandments. At the end of the day, renew your mind, change your ways. Don't be conformed to this world. Don't be a lover of this world. Don't be the type that run with word of mouth and just run with it without doing any type of research, any understanding. Open your Bibles and read it. You have an opportunity. Back in the day, like y'all, a lot of you brothers and sisters will say, when it come down to doing something wicked, like standing in line to vote, you'll say, well, our ancestors died so we can do what? So we can vote? No. Your ancestors died keeping these commandments. Your ancestors died trying to have trying to be able to read. Back in the day, they would kill us or beat us to the point of death just for trying to read. Now you freely have the opportunity to read, and you won't pick up a book and read to save your life. Think about that. What we saying tonight, rather than just boasting or going off by word of mouth, do a little bit of research. Read, understand what's going on. Know what your heart is. According to the Bible, your heart is what? Your mind. Renew your mind. Change it by doing what? Reading. Keeping these commandments, applying these commandments to your life. That's what's going to change you. That's what the Lord God of Israel is judging you on. Whether you keeping them or not. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and 14. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 14. Bear with me, bear with me. And it reads, for God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So understand that as well. You know, it's not just about what you say, but what you do. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing. What's the secret things? The things that you keep locked away in your heart, in your mind. The thing that you thinking you getting away with. You know, doing it at night, doing it private areas. The Lord see it all, you know. So understand, he will judge the good and the bad. That's what a righteous judge does. He don't just look at the bad, he look at the good and the bad, and he weigh the spirits. Think about that. Let's go to Sirach, chapter 5, verse 1. Sirach, chapter 5, and verse 1. And it reads, set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. Why is that? Because your heart, as it already specified in the other verses, that your heart is wicked, deceitful among all things. So don't follow your heart, follow the Lord, follow these commandments. It says, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Don't be beating on your chest, having no understanding, speaking boldly, you know, speaking pridefully. Don't be doing that, you know. Let's jump down to 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So while you beating on your chest and you thinking everything's straight, you have no understanding. But when you got brothers and sisters on a constant trying to help build you up, trying to give you the advice and the knowledge that you need, make no tarry. Don't waste no time. Listen to what they trying to say and go read and make sure that they ain't lying to you. Because I highly doubt that these brothers and sisters would be wasting their time trying to convince you of something that was not beneficial to them. You know, understand that. Let's go to verse 10. It says, be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. Be steadfast, you know, strong in your understanding. Don't be half-hearted, weak and cowardly, or saying some foolishness. The Lord know my heart. I'm good. I'm straight. You're simple as hell, bro. It says, be swift to hear, stop running your mouth, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. So when you keeping these commandments and you're building your spirit up, building yourself up, your knowledge, your wisdom, you'll be able to give a what? Let me see. Let me read it again. It says, be swift to hear and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. You're going to listen to what's being said, understand what's being said, and be patient and give a good answer. But brother tell you, hey, brother, you know you ain't supposed to be eating swine. The first thing you should be saying is, well, why not? If you don't know, hear the answer. Be patient, you know? And then once you hear the answer, do some research. Learn, be patient, you know? But hopefully you learned something from this tonight. I ain't want to hold you too long. I'm Brother Ananias for A.O.I, the Awakening of Israel. And we say shalom to you.